I don't think Jack leaves. I think it's a pivotal moment in his career where the World Cup is 2.5 years out. You know, he is integral to the squad for Ireland. He wants the jersey.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If he leaves, can he not play for Ireland? Is that
he can, but he makes it difficult, right?
Yeah, very difficult.
They made an exception for Johnny Sexton, but realistically, probably not. So I think this rumour, his agent's been clever using it as leverage for maybe an Ireland contract or a bigger Munster contract.
Yeah.
So Zeeb's going to pay for it and sub him.
yeah, he'd be brand ambassador for my whiskey.
Yeah,
well, you can see why Leicester would want him. Obviously, Andre Pollard's going, and the Prem are struggling to bring in, a lot of top level players now, aren't they? And it'd be massive for.
But there isn't many tens.
Jack.
Yeah, there isn't many tens around the world, top tier tens who are out of contract. So Jack's obviously one of them at the end of the season, and there's a lot of jostling around. Is there 14 central contracts for Ireland? And then they've already given out a certain amount of those. There's not many left.
Like 11 or 12 of them are Leinster.
He is, exactly. And he's obviously there's leverage being used with this Leicester deal. And at some point, and I've been in these situations where you have to make a decision. And the best thing for Jack Crowley for me is to stay at Munster and challenge and play against Leinster when they play each other and show Sam Prendergast that he's ready to compete with him. Because as you said, he won the Six Nations last year as the 10. Jack Crowley did. This year, Prendergast takes over and they don't win it. And that's not a direct reflection on Prendergast. But
I didn't
ultimately,
mean to say that.
Jack Crowley's had success in the Ireland jersey. Best thing for him to do is stay in the system in Ireland, prove to Faz that he's the 10 by performing well.
And I think if he doesn't get shown love before this World Cup, 27 World Cup, if it continues going the same, and after the World Cup, if it continues like this, up until the World Cup where you're not getting much of a shout, they're trying to turn you into utility back play everywhere but 10.
It's always been like that.
I'd be gone.
You think with Joey Carberry, you think with Ian Madigan as well. It gets to a point, the Burns, you see Harry Burns just signed a long-term deal with Bristol as well. It gets to the point where it's like, well, I'm not doing that. Whereas in any other country, your third choice hangs about, doesn't it? Your second, third choice hangs about. But in Ireland, it's that iconic position, isn't it? Where it's like you are either number one or you're not, and you're nothing else. It's always been that, hasn't it?
And one of the two of them will probably get a central contract in the next 2 years. And who's it going to be?
It's awesome.
And the other is not going to stay around.
There you go. It's awesome to see.
That's the thing. And with my Leicester connections, I'd love to see Jack Crowley at Leicester.
Oh yeah, you'd be amazing.
I think the best thing for him, if I was speaking to him, I'd say the best thing for you is to stay at Munster.
Yeah, I agree.
And fight to the next World Cup, and
then you'll see where the chips lay.
do a Zeebs and go to Racing.
He'd be unbelievable over there. Yeah.